Welcome back to Science Station,
where we discuss the important discoveries about our universe.
Today's topic, how the orbits impact Earth systems that we know today.
So Maya, let's refresh our audience on our previous discussion.
So last time we discussed the orbits of the planets in our solar system. As you know, the orbits are elliptical, meaning they have an eccentricity of 0 to 1. Kepler's first law states that the orbit of each planet around the sun is an ellipse. Orbits with an eccentricity of 1 are lines, and 0 is a perfect circle. Kepler's second law states that as a planet moves around the sun in its orbit, it covers equal areas at equal times.
Our Earth has an eccentricity of 0.0167. Because of this, we don't experience differences between our winter months and our summer months when we're in motion. This is also affected by the axis tilt, also known as obliquity, which is currently at 23.5 degrees.
Also, planets whose orbits are closer to 1 tend to be inconsistent. When the planet goes past a star, its speed increases because the gravitational pull of the star slingshots the planet. The narrow range in which the planet orbits the sun is called the orbital plane. Orbits of asteroids and comets are found beyond our Earth in the asteroid belt, which is located in between Jupiter and Mars.
Speaking of Jupiter, if it weren't for the protection of Jupiter, Earth would get hit by meteorites more often. Jupiter acts as a shield to protect Earth. Also, the moon gets hit with meteors quite often since the backside is facing away towards space.
Interesting fact, we only see one side of the moon. Because the moon is orbiting at the same rate as Earth, whenever the Earth rotates, the moon does as well.
Okay, enough of the background, now into our main focus, how these orbits and asteroids will eventually kill us. Maya, why don't you start us off?
Well, each planet has a unique orbit, and the orbit of the moon is especially unique. There is a theory that when the Earth was created, it was spinning so fast that a chunk of it flew off and was captured in Earth's gravitational pull. Scientists have found out that there is the same material in the Pacific Ocean and on the moon. Fascinating.
In fact, it is proven that the moon was once a lot closer to Earth, but over time it started to move away, and it is still moving away today. This greatly affected Earth's tides. Since the moon pulls on the tides, high tides were much higher back then, and the low tides were even higher back then.
The rotation of the Earth also has a slight wobble and is called axial precession. It takes about 25,725 years for this wobble to complete a cycle. As the axis wobbles, the time of the seasons change. When winter occurs, this means that the place experiencing the weather is pointed away from the sun, preventing direct rays from hitting. The only thing that affects our weather is the direction it's pointing away from.
Our other planets have a very low eccentricity. Venus has the lowest, which is 0.007. But enough about planets, let's talk about asteroids and comets. Asteroids have a higher eccentricity than planets do. They also often have a slight inclination from the orbital plane. Comets periodically visit the inner solar system, however they usually are found in the outer solar system. Comets have a very high inclination in their orbit, some of which are at 30 degrees. Most comets are found in the Kuiper belt, which is located about 30 to 55 AUs away from our sun.
In the past, human life would never be possible if it weren't for the orbit of Earth. If the orbit of any of the planets were slightly different, they could have blocked the meteor that killed the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs would be a superior race, and us humans might not even exist. Now, if an asteroid/comet were to hit the Earth, depending on the size, many Earth systems like photosynthesis would fail because there would be limited sunlight from the dust.
The Kuiper belt is a disc-shaped region about 30 to 55 AUs away from the sun. It consists primarily of comets, but also contains asteroids and other rocky bodies. The asteroid belt is 20 times as wide as it. Both of them contain remains of our solar system. The Oort cloud is a region beyond the Kuiper belt.
Sometimes, the orbits of the Kuiper belt and Oort cloud objects are affected by gravity from giant stars, passing stars, or other things in the Milky Way.
This affects our solar system because when the meteoroids hit our atmosphere, they become meteors and smash into the Earth as meteorites.
This could cause many delays in the development of our planet's society. Okay, question time. Let's answer some questions from our viewers. This question is from @ScienceForTheWin. Asks, what's your profession at the moment? I'm not retaking that.
Well, we are both astronomers, and basically we just study the universe and its effects on us.
Okay, this next one comes from @rocksarethebomb.com, who asks, will an asteroid eventually crash into Earth and kill us like the dinosaurs?
Eventually, yes. Actually, on March 18, 2004, asteroid 2004 FH passed by Earth and was only 42,600 kilometers away. Our planet has undergone at least a dozen mass extinction events during its history. so it is certain that another one will happen sometime.
When the asteroid impact occurred, the dust was enough to cloud Earth's entire atmosphere for many months. This covered all of the planets and prevented the animals from eating. This caused the dinosaurs to go extinct. Well, this seems like a good place to stop. Make sure to join us next episode where we discuss the sun and how things that give us life will also end up killing us. See you next time!
Peace out, my dudes.